The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views or ideas of the staff or management of KWSH or the 110 Broadcast Group.
It's Jay. It's Jay. Let me hear yours, Jeremy.
Stone Gold Seminole.
It's good to hear that. Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Seminole Nation radio program. I am co-host with Jeremy Fultz here today, the one, the only, and I'm your host, Bo Whitekiller.
I don't know if the world could take two of me. I take up enough space as it is, I think.
We're doing a multi-camera. We're going to fix it where we got 3 cameras today, so we're going to see how that works and get you our side profiles, our front profiles, and then all of that bright and shiny, crystal clear eye work that we've got here. No side eye here, maybe some sleep in the eye. We also have some special guests today. We're going to read a couple of announcements and definitely get into the election portion of this. But we have a special guest out there, Jeremy. Actually, come on in and you can introduce yourself real quick. Who you got with you, Jeremy?
So this summer we've been fortunate enough to partner with Citizen Potawatomi Nation and have a youth worker with us, a summer youth worker.
Right on.
And I'll let her introduce herself, and she'll be with us for at least 120 hours this summer. And she'll be learning, some language, a lot of video editing. We started working on duplicating discs and DVDs yesterday.
Yeah.
So
I'll let her
introduce herself.
And it's Jay. Good morning. Introduce yourself.
Dara Chaho Jifkados.
Look, she remembered.
All right. Right on. Well, that's Dara. That's where are you from, Dara?
I'm from Seminole.
Yeah. What do you like about Seminole? No.
We were talking about places to eat yesterday.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I would say the people,
Yeah.
the small, so you know everybody.
How old are you, Dara?
17.
Oh, all right. Well, all right. We're glad to have you here. Sure like that necklace. On her necklace, you got blessed.
Hello.
Blessed. And it definitely is. You're a blessing to us. Thank you for coming, Dara. We'll see you about.
Good job on Chaho Jifkados.
Yeah. All right. So those are some of the things that we've got going on. I know a lot of our programs are having as we kind of slowly get our slow roll back into some operating that these interns are definitely an asset, and they get to see what's happening on a day-to-day basis and definitely be the up-and-coming, if not the future for the Seminole Nation and our tribes in general.
Yeah, and a shout out to food distribution, because yesterday that was one of the stops that we are kind of showing Dara the stops that we normally make.
Uh-huh.
And, food distribution still has their summer food going on with the I think 13 to 17
Yes.
with the children.
Yes.
I don't know what the young age is, but we were able to stop by and grab a sack of lunch for her, and
Yeah,
it was
heck yeah.
good.
Man, that's a
They
good
had
deal.
some pizza stuff in there. I wanted to say I was 17 and grab something.
Rex and the gang out there providing those meals. Thank you very much. And let's not forget Delaney. Delaney's out there somewhere too. Yeah.
Hardest working man in radio.
That's
right there,
it.
Delaney
That's
Pinnock.
it. He's out there on the outside of the booth. So, but as we continue on, we definitely want to start our program off like we normally do with a moment of silence. We have a lot of loss within the community. I know this last week, and so we definitely want to give some honor and praise to those that are in mourning and those that are in need of prayer. We all need prayer. So at this time, we give a moment of silence for that cause. Lifting each other up, Mado. Lifting each other up. All right, big news this past weekend. We got some things going on. We did have the election. The election results here. They were certified Sunday afternoon. I will say that we got a lot of positive reviews on the election board's handling of this. I mean, they really did a good job of getting good workers and folks out there. We were out and about at all the different stops on Saturday in the polling places, and everybody was in a festive mood. Everybody's in a good mood, and it was definitely a time, a historic time during that time. So I definitely want to give a shout out to the election board for what they're doing. That their job is not over yet, Jeremy. They're going to be involved in the August 7th runoff too as well. So we're going to continue to watch that and monitor that, as the runoff elections will be August 7th. But I did want to give the certified results today, and we'll go ahead and read some of those off and some of the races. But I did have a statement here, and this is from Assistant Chief Johnson, who won the race. He defeated the incumbent Greg Chilcote, and these are some of the messages that he wanted to put out to the nation today. And this is to the members of the great Seminole Nation of Oklahoma. Members of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma, it is with much gratitude in my heart to be elected the chief of the Seminole Nation, for we all share the culture, heritage, and history of a strong people who have reflected over the centuries much resilience and resolve. I personally appreciate your overwhelming support, not only in this year's election, but the support consistently shown for many years. I am grateful to be a combination of the past era and a developing modern times with the knowledge, experience, and to some extent the imparted wisdom of the elders. Together we will experience restoration, reconciliation, resolve, and bring back respect to the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma in serving our tribal members to the best of our abilities with the blessings of the Creator, because He truly is worthy of all honor and praise. I invite everyone out to the swearing-in ceremony of both the chief, assistant chief, as well as all elected general council representatives on Saturday, September 4th, at the Miccosukee Mission at 10 a.m. It is of an expedient concern that I advise the current leadership to use their constitutional authority to call a special called general council meeting as soon as possible to address several issues. One of great importance is the American Rescue Act funds, for this is a matter of serious concern to our members and many current general council representatives. A meeting is necessary for the council to consider and hopefully affirm a distribution of a COVID financial impact assistance package for all members. The need is now. Also, a budget for Seminole Nation Days needs to be addressed and approved by the General Council so that planning and preparation can continue for a safe, special celebration. The people have spoken. Sincerely, Assistant Chief and Chief-Elect Lewis J. Johnson. Again, the statement from the Assistant Chief Lewis Johnson's campaign, and Mado for that. We will post the statement up on our social media sites and as well as the website in its entirety. So we have also the election results. I really tried to print this out, and that printer was really getting on my nerves this morning because it's really tiny. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to go ahead and read some of those results. Again, these were certified election results certified on Sunday.
I think my eyes are kind of watering, trying to focus focus in on that.
I'm going to switch gears here and put my reading glasses on. So
I might need to borrow some bifocals. Man.
All right, for Principal Chief, we had Gregory Paul Chilcote with a total of 387 votes. Lewis Johnson with a total of 1,019 votes. And Cena Michelle Yesleth with 306. Okay, total number of voters was 1712. So that was roughly 500 folks from the last election, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I have here. And then also for the assistant chief race, this one was there are 7 candidates involved with this one, and 21.7% or 372 votes went to Mr. Brian Palmer. And then Anthony Dwayne Wood with 338, which are going to be the 2 in the runoff coming up on August the 7th. Right? No, August 8th.
August 7th.
August 7th.
August 7th runoff, yep. And more information on the absentee ballots and how that's going to go about is posted on the Seminole Nation website. If you voted absentee, your ballot will be automatically mailed to you. But there are more information or specific information. You want to go to the website and our social media sites regarding that.
Then August 8th is my birthday. That's maybe why I was thinking
That's what
such a special day.
Slide that right in there. Good job there.
No pressure, no. Seminole Nation. No pressure at all.
So, and also with the council member for the Cesar Bruner Band, we have Anthony Vernell Connolly and Leetta Osborne Sampson. Connolly received 29 votes, and Sampson received 36.
And those are Barkus Band, Terry Loy Edwards and Senator Anastasia Pittman. Terry had 60 votes, and Senator Anastasia Pittman had 81 votes.
For the Eufaula Band, you had Nancy B. Fixco with 53, and Ida Lorraine Gonzalez with 54 votes.
And then with the Fasucci Band, is that Tamara Downey?
Yes.
With 37 votes, and Emmett Leon Petit with 31 votes.
Council members for Hidgety Band, you had Miski Taryn Davis and then Delois Harjo D with 35 and 43 respectively.
Wouldn't it be Joseph Billy with 37 votes?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at my eyes.
It looked like 31 almost.
Let me correct. Joseph D. Billy with 37 and Delois Harjo with 43. So.
And then with the Hadia Jolgi Band, Ann Borba with 62 votes, and then Karen Fulbright with 60 votes.
Uncontested on the Miccosukee Band was Stephanie Lambert with 74 votes.
Then Nutgup Harjo Band, Lottie Mae Cootie with 31 votes, and then Andrea Scraper with 28 votes.
Council member for Ocheesee Band was Ella Mae Coleman with 210 votes, and Shirley Jeanette Watkins, I think you know her as Chotty, 131.
Wow, that's a lot of votes for. It must be Ocheesee is one of the larger bands Seminole Nation has, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, then Tallahassee Band, Charlie Hill with 96 votes, and Catherine McCoy with 130.
And then for Thomas Palmer Band, you had Tiffany Michelle Cully with 81 votes, and Danita Gay Halata Harjo with 77 votes.
All right, then Tezagaya Harjo Band, Willis Deathridge with 160 votes, and Desiree Emerton with 138 votes.
Again, all this information has been certified, and if you need a hard copy, I know today's Seminole producer had unofficial results, and that was at press time when we got those results, so I sent them in. So all the results that they have on there have been certified. So if you got the Seminole producer today and you see unofficial results, I did send a correction into the newspaper, and or not a correction, but just more an addendum to let them know that the results have been certified. Because they go to press, they only do one paper on the weekend. All right. So if anybody want a hard copy of it, come by the office there in communications. We can definitely get you that for you, burn it off for you.
One thing, Bo, that as I was sitting home watching this unfold on Saturday, one thing that I liked seeing was the constant updates that you did. So Mado for that, but also you mentioned the election board. They were up late.
They were really
Saturday night. It was about 1 a.m. I believe when I saw when you and Natalie came on, and shout out to Natalie as well. She was on the spot reporter. She did a good job.
She went back into the old throwback mode. Yeah, thank you, Madu.
But it was good information, and we were expecting about 8 o'clock to see something, and we saw reports, and then it rained on y'all as well. So yeah, kudos.
Yeah.
My space word, kudos.
It was fun. I mean, it was fun. I mean, just going to the different polling sites and to see and kind of doing little minor unofficial exit polls and talking to people. The one thing I did notice at all these sites when they had waves of people coming in, waves of people going out, but you see a lot of young votes. I can't wait to see some of the demographic numbers on some of this that we saw for this election. So it'll be very interesting. But it's good. It's good time. Good time. All right. Well, we got some local news here. Definitely want to get that out to you. I do know that September 4th will be the oath of office be given at 10 a.m. for all of those candidates. and that will be the Chief's annual report. We'll have Chief on here in a little bit. He's Chief Chilcote walked in, so we'll definitely get him in on this. But there's also a special call general council meeting which will be held too prior to that, so we will talk about that. But September 4th is the next regular scheduled general council meeting at 10 a.m. Resolution and ordinance requests are due August 13th, and reports. All right, so everybody who has a report, your report is due August 20th. And then I've got the list for the fiscal year, which was just published, fiscal year general council calendar. We'll definitely post those up on the website, and if you need a copy, come by the communications office or send us an email. We'll do that too as well. One thing I've got, let's see, I can't remember.
We got some election board updates as well.
Yeah, share that one, Jeremy.
So the election board put out some information regarding just some general information that everyone may want to know. And so the first one is, how do I reach the election board? Well, you can reach the election board by email at electionboard@sno-nsn.gov, or you can also call the election board at 405-652-0195. Again, that's 405-652-0195. And also the next question is, if you have already voted by absentee ballot for the first election, will the member automatically receive another absentee ballot for the runoff? And the answer is no. Members that voted absentee will not be automatically sent a ballot. You still need to send a completed absentee ballot request form. So members, remember that if you want to vote again for the absentee ballot, then, or by absentee ballot, you need to go ahead and apply for an absentee ballot again. Also, is the absentee ballot request form for those who did not vote by mail in the first election? The answer to that is the absentee ballot request form is for anyone that prefers to vote absentee ballot in the runoff. The election service sends out the forms to those that voted absentee in the general election. The document is located on the Seminole Nation website under the election board tab if others want to vote absentee. So that one kind of gives a little contradictory information. So I would say if you have a question about your absentee ballot, contact the election board, and we'll try to figure that out too. I'm sure Bo will be getting some of that information out, so just stay tuned.
And contact the election board.
And that, again, that phone number, 405-652-0195. The next question was, who's in the runoff for the assistant chief? And we already know that on August the 7th, 2021, runoff for the assistant chief will be Brian T. Palmer and Anthony Buddy Wood. And again, you can email the election board at electionboard@sno-nsn.gov or 405-652-0195.
All right. So election information, definitely all that will be posted up, and we'll get that clarification on that last statement. Hey, real quick, we do have the BIA scholarships are up and printed. I got a printed copy right here. They're up and ready to roll. So if you want to, if you're planning on going to school in the fall, higher education has the BIA, Seminole Nation BIA scholarship ready to rock and roll. You can download the form or come by the office there located at 630 North Main in Seminole, just south of the Pink Laundry. And also, too, the Seminole Nation Judgment Fund Clothing Assistance Program is up and running. Their downloadable forms are there as well on the Seminole Nation website, sno-nsn.gov. So your clothing, your Judgment Fund, hard copies can be obtained at each of the locations. All right, this weekend we have the Community Friends Free Groceries event this Saturday, July 17th. Claire gave me this, so I'm going to just read it as is. The time is 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. or until supplies last. Again, Community Friends Free Groceries. Location will be at Municipal Building there in downtown Seminole. It says, we do not require proof of income or residency. We just ask that you be honest and don't take what you won't use. Remember, there are others that need help too, and we do not deliver. So again, if you need some groceries, just come on down and check them out from 11 to 1 downtown Seminole this weekend. And we're going to kind of go into tandem here as we got an event tonight It's free and open to the public. It's July 13th, Tuesday. You may have seen it advertised, but from 6 to 8 p.m. at downtown Tulsa, Ballroom B West at the Cox Center. It's a McGirt versus Oklahoma Community Impact Forum. It's stacked with district attorneys, including our own Paul Smith from Seminole, and some of the governor's special counsel. So it's stacked with a lot of folks this evening. Advocacy groups on hand will be Marcy's Law, Oklahoma Department of Corrections, Native Alliance Against Violence, and the Tulsa Police Department Victim Services Unit. Attendees to this McGirt versus Oklahoma Community Impact Forum tonight will be Governor Kevin Stitt, Tulsa Police Department, U.S. Attorney's Office, and representatives from the U.S. Congressional Delegation. It's a hot topic, Jeremy. It's a hot topic. We have a lot of people that have called into our office to want to talk about that. And can you just share some of the information that you have as far as what's going on prior to that?
Yeah, so in response to what Bo was mentioning, I believe, is it Brenda Golden that's going to be helping out with an event called At the End of the Trail Was a Promise. Come together in strength and solidarity for tribal sovereignty and treaty rights. Tuesday, which is today, July the 13th. Meeting at the corner of 502 West 6th, downtown Tulsa, just east of the Doubletree at 5 p.m. We will walk together to the Cox Business Convention Center at 5:30 p.m. Bring signs, banners, flags, wear traditional dress in response to the one-sided Community Impact Forum on the McGirt ruling at the Cox Business Center from 6 to 8 p.m. Let our voices be heard and our presence be known. And if you have any questions, you may contact Brenda Golden, 918-789-5013.
All right, again, some activity that's going on in regards to the McGirt versus Oklahoma situation. We have a lot of calls to our office about can we go, can we attend. Those are things that are, it's a community forum. There's a community forum. There's no stipulations on it. If you want to go. You know, it's just your support. And then again, with what Jeremy just read, a march, a banner. Bring your banners, native regalia. Just come be a part of it. It's part of the democratic way. It's the democracy in action. And democracy in action was ongoing this weekend. Got Chief Chilcote here come in to share with us a little bit of insight on some of the things that's going on. Chief, how are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing fine. I just real quick appreciate the opportunity, Bo, Jeremy. Appreciate the opportunity, Dennis, as well, to have an opportunity to join again. For all the words, encouragement that you put out there, all the information that you put out there, and it's very vital, you know, and I commend you both for your efforts and what you're trying to do to inform the folks. And so I'm just glad to have an opportunity to be able to be here. One
of the things that we were looking and we're talking about is these special call meetings. There is a special call meeting that's coming up, a general council meeting, and that will be in August 27th, 26th?
August 26th.
Okay.
But,
can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, but before I go into that, I want to say something here too. That I want to thank all the people of the Seminole Nation that gave me the opportunity to be in such a role as the chief. It has been an honor and a privilege to be able to serve the people, and I appreciate the people that gave me that opportunity and supported me throughout, in the beginning and throughout this timeline. I can't express how challenging it is, but in the same breath, how proud I am of what we've been able to do and what we stood for, this administration, because one of the things that I find to be most profound here, and to always keep this in mind, is our sovereignty. Sovereignty is the strength of our nation, and we need to be mindful of that at every turn. And I also want to say congratulations to Mr. Johnson in being the chief-elect of the Seminole Nation. Of the 18,000 people that are members of those 18,000 that came out to vote, yes, they did speak, and they made their choice to have him to be the next chief. And so I'm very, as you stated earlier in this, that as I stated as well, we need more people to get out and vote, and I think that took place. I think, if I remember correctly, I think there was about 1,700 people that came out and voted, and I think that's an exciting thing.
It is, yes.
No matter the circumstances, no matter the outcome, and I understood this, we needed to have more people come out, and I think that took place. And so with that taking place, that is our democratic way. We need even more people to get out and do those things, because it is our right to be able to have that platform to vote and make our own choice. And they did speak, and I totally understand, and I appreciate, and I'm very humbled by the opportunity to be able to serve in this capacity.
Nation building.
Well, real quick, and I also want to share this as well in regards, you talked about the August 26th special call meeting, and I know that there's been some information that was just recently sent out. There was a petition, again, I spoke of it the last time, but there was a petition that was sent out. And in that petition, you have to look at these things, and you have to understand these things and know the inputs and the innuendos and the suggestions of these petitions. In my constitutional right, based on the Constitution, is that I have 10 days to call the meeting to order. I have to call a meeting, not to call it to order, but to call a meeting. And I chose to call the meeting on August 26th. That's within my constitutional right to do that. Now, on the petition, they had proposed that the meeting be called within 10 days. Now, I'm not sure on the implication of that and of the ones who signed off on that, but that's implying something different than the Constitution. Just wanted to share that with you, because it is in my constitutional right to call a meeting within 10 days,
So
and I did that.
The date of the meeting could have been called anytime.
Yes.
Literally, basically,
Yes.
is what it is. The date
Yes.
of the meeting can be called anytime. And yes, it is it is situations. I mean, I'm speaking because I'm even included on it, but the thing about it is, it could be called at any time.
Absolutely.
And so
Absolutely.
for the resolve of it. And it's not like it's not important to have those. It's just those, it's just whenever the meeting is called. That's
Right. No, it's exactly right. And here's another thing, too, that was brought up in regards to that, the Arpa funds. I mean, that's been a big thing, and I totally get that. I think that in regards to looking at it and evaluating these things and discussing these things so that it gets to the people, I think we have had meetings, several different meetings with our band chiefs to be able to inform them of this information so that it can be discussed with the bands and with the people so that the people can be informed. And that is being addressed. To say that there is a sense of urgency on this, I think that might be the case, but we need to be careful, and we need to be very mindful of how we make that decision and what decision is made. And I think that we need to go and take the time necessary to make the proper decision.
Knee-jerk reactions is trying to be avoided, basically.
Absolutely. You have to use your discernment to be able to reflect and get as many things out there that you possibly can to understand the importance of it. And not only that, but the rules. And to give that to the people, because the people would be the ones voting on that. Not the council as such. The council will take what the people say back to the floor to vote on.
Understand. Anything you got a question, Jimmy? Anything in regards to this McGirt Community Impact Forum?
No,
is that something that was the Seminole Nation invited to this thing? Exactly.
No, we were not included in on that, but I do like the fact that they did open it up as a public forum. I know that others will be a part of that, and I totally get that because this is a very significant time for all of us. Not just the Seminole Nation, but all of Indian country. And when I say significant, I can't say that enough, because we have to understand the core of what sovereignty truly means. Sovereignty is not about thinking any which way we can, just say, oh, well, we're going to waive it. If we waive any of that, we're waiving it. Period. Hands down. And you have to stand your ground for what you believe in throughout time. And it's of the most significant importance right now. And so I hope that we're all mindful of how significant that is and what time of importance we're in with that, because there's others that that to me question the fabric of that, and that concerns me gratefully. It is just an imperative time, and we need to be very secure on what we're looking at and understand it's not about wordsmithing it to death. It's about understanding and truly believing that.
What are your thoughts going forward between now and basically August, end of August?
Well, I think I just want to finish out my time. I want to finish out my time in the role that I've been given. The good Lord blessed me with the opportunity to be able to be here and to work on the challenges that we faced, and He has felt that there is something different out there for me, and I will look to see what that might be. Here's another thing that I want to share and to be mindful of too. So never forget this, is that no matter where we're at and what we're doing, we're all tribal members. We're all Seminole Nation. And that is so important as we look through each other's disagreements, whatever it might be, because our ultimate goal is to inspire and empower our people for success. And that is with the utmost integrity and that foundation of that, because that strengthens us as a nation, and we need to have that strength. We've went through a time here. It's been challenging to say the least. There has been so many things, but at the end of the day, if we look to inspire and empower our people for success, not ourselves, but our people for success, we'll be better off in the long run.
Well said. Well said.
So with that being said, Mado, thank you very much for you both allowing me to have an opportunity to address some things, because I think that as tribal members, our voices need to be heard. Literally, they need to be heard. They need to be understood, and the impact of what you have in regards to moving this nation forward. It's no joke. We're in a timeline that is so serious in how we look at our sovereignty that I hope that as tribal members, you need to get out and get involved with your bands, because the band chiefs are the chiefs of your band, and you need to have them to represent you in that manner in which they have been elected by you to represent their bands. And so get out, get involved with your bands. It's imperative. So, Mado, thank you, God. Thank you, guys.
All right. With that, we're going to close out another edition of the Seminole Nation radio program. I'm your host, Bo Whitecutter, co-host with Mr. Jeremy Fultz.
Facing issues we've been facing for 300 years.
Woo! Warriors.
Since before Oklahoma was a state.
Before Oklahoma was a state. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Let's go do this, nation. Think like a nation, not a reservation. So with that, Haram Chi Chatlis. Take it away, Jeremy.
Jimbanayahi.
Be kind to one another. We'll talk to you later. Peace.